Hi, everybody. Are you trying to be a social media celebrity? Today on the KC CHIROpulse podcast, we're going to talk about the ups and the downs of trying to be a social media celebrity like we see a lot these days. So I'm Dr. Michael Perush, and I'm joined by my co-host, Marissa Matea. Hi, Marissa. How are we doing today?
Hello, I am great. Good to be here.
So we talk a lot about marketing on social media because, good grief, I mean, everybody in the world is on social media.
Yeah,
So
what is it? 80 million or something like that
yeah,
on there,
it's
or 80 billion. I can't even remember what it is
an
now. It's
insane
crazy.
number, right? So everybody's there. So it's a great place to market, but there's a good way and a bad way. It's kind of like the good witch and the bad witch.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
and we just want to kind of present this to you guys, not from a negativity standpoint, not from a
Right.
standpoint of, hey, we think you're just absolutely doing something wrong, but we just want to put a thought process in your head for a moment. So one of the things that we see a lot on social media is doctors adjusting patients.
Mhm.
And while inherently there's nothing wrong with that, because if a patient's in your office or a potential patient and they've never been adjusted before, I used to adjust a staff person or something so they could see what I was going to do
Yeah.
as a demonstration, and that's fine. But sometimes we see doctors get a little carried away with their presentation of what they're trying to do.
Hmm.
Camera angles can be really bad. They can be a little too revealing. The dress of the patient might be a little innocuous. There's just all kinds of things. And then we'll see some videos where they've got a microphone right up to the neck, and so they can record the popping sound from the adjustment. And I want you to just think a little bit about what you're presenting to people when you do that. Are you presenting chiropractic in the light of being diagnostic and really being cautious and careful with patients? Or are you just trying to create a celebrity status out of the noise, for example, or
Right.
out of, how do I put this? The interaction between the doctor and the patient.
Mhm.
This is interesting. And a lot of docs, I don't think, are aware of this. Your malpractice company probably doesn't like you doing these videos if you're doing them.
That's the key factor, guys, is have you contacted your malpractice company and asked them what their stance is on adjustments in videos? You may be surprised at what their response will be. And we recommend that you most definitely call and chat with them first before you do those type of videos. Okay. Um, I'm
Yeah,
not saying they're
because
wrong and I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying we want you to be safe. We want you to
absolutely.
be protected, all of those things. So, our recommendation is always to stop and call. That's what they're there for. That's the nice thing. You pay these people to be your malpractice company, and they have a team of people that work for them that are there to help answer those questions for you. So
They do.
don't be scared to utilize them as a great resource.
They
Make
love it
sure
when you
that
call and ask questions.
absolutely, they prefer you to ask the question beforehand before anything happens than to make the phone call that something's happened.
Right, right. And what we don't want you to do is to put yourself in a precarious position where you could open yourself up to a lawsuit or criticism or anything. We always want to protect. I know all of us have this in the forefront of our mind. We always want to protect the profession as well as our practices.
Yes.
So protecting the reputation of the profession is an important thing. So when you watch those videos, are they entertaining or are they educational?
Hmm.
I'll grant you that most of or a lot of them are very entertaining, but are you really demonstrating what chiropractic is all about? So here's the thought I want to put in your mind. Maybe instead of putting so much focus on how loud the adjustment might be or how you can treat and adjust a joint that is in a compromising position on the body. I'm not going to go into detail. instead of doing that, how about showing people how you evaluate a neck related issue? How do you evaluate a patient who comes in with headaches and neck pain? How do you get to the point where you're going to adjust somebody? Maybe you should spend a little bit of time showing them how cautious we are, the diagnostics that we go through. Talk about the fact that if we find certain things, we might order special imaging or additional tests like an ultrasound or something. Show how you evaluate a shoulder, not necessarily how you adjust it. Show how you evaluate extremities, hands, feet, those kind of things. And
Gosh, and doesn't that put you in a position to be more of an
authority?
expert
Yes,
and an
absolutely.
authority figure versus just an adjuster, and that's one thing that I think needs to be done in this profession more, is showing how great you guys are as physicians. So,
Absolutely.
I think that's such a huge takeaway today is really focusing on how are you the expert and the physician as well, because so many people don't realize that you guys can order diagnostic tests on them. So they're going to come to you, but then, oh, well, they may go back to their medical doctor for that MRI. No. You can order it. You can get that just approved, and you can show the patient what's going on with them before you do anything.
Right. So here's the bottom line. Be more demonstrative, be more of a demonstrator in some of those videos rather than an exhibitor. I know it's fun to get all the likes and people think it's, entertaining and so forth, but are you really presenting your clinic, your skills, your educational level, the profession in the right light? Let's maybe turn that around just a little bit. And I'm not saying you can't show an adjustment once in a while. Just double check what your camera angle looks like. What are you showing? What does the whole thing look like to the lay person out there? Is it just cool to hear the cracking sound? And I can liken this to a different profession if you'd like. There are dermatology videos out there where what's the one called, Mr. Pimple Popper?
Something like that.
Yeah, which yeah. Anyway, does that really show how much dermatologists help patients and how in-depth they are with their evaluations and the different conditions they treat? No, it's for entertainment purposes. So just think about maybe trying a different path with your social media presence. I always say this: where everybody's going, turn and go the other direction, because that's where the opportunity is.
Yes, absolutely.
So just our little thoughts about being the TikTok doc. So if you want to be a celebrity, you can be a celebrity by being demonstrative and showing patients how great our profession is, how diagnostic we are, and how careful we are with patients, and how we get to the point where we know what to adjust, and when to do it.
And be safe. That's the key thing. We want you guys to be safe in every avenue of what you're doing.
That's absolutely right. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the KC CHIROpulse podcast. If you're ready to get your practice on the path to profit, go to katzconsultants.com and schedule a breakthrough call with us. We're available. We love talking about practices. We do those for free. Give us a shout and we'll see if we like each other enough to work together. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to the KC CHIROpulse podcast, brought to you by Katz Consultants. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.